hello.
Dr. Mix-Up.
I remember that.
I think I opened this with my coughing and clearing my throat because I was not aware that we were about to start. So
Before there
great
was Twister,
for all you.
there was Dr. Mix-Up.
That's right.
The game. I was like, the movie? What?
No.
Yeah, the prequel to that disaster film, Twister, is
Since the
Dr.
beginning of
Mix-Up.
time, there
Dr.
have been
Makeup, Dr.
games
Mix-Up.
allowing horny teenagers to accidentally touch each other's bodies.
I mean, basically, right?
Just like
Ay, yoy.
Oh, that's...
Hello,
Hi.
everyone. I was about to greet only Fun Day. Hi, Fun Day. But also, hi, everyone. Wonderful, wonderful to have you all here.
John, I'm gonna ask you to just disable audio for me because the volume's way too loud and it's not worth fixing.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello.
Oh, it is wholesome. You
What?
look very Christmassy.
Oh, thanks. Actually, you know what happened is because I was wearing this T-shirt, which I love, as you all know, because I've worn it on like 85,000 streams. And I was like, I need a sweater to wear over it, or my green jacket, but I wanted to wear something I hadn't worn before or in a while. And I was like, perfect. This just jumped out of the closet.
Leap.
Meanwhile, I'm wearing the same shirt as last week because it is soft and comfy. And it's my
As
day at work,
is.
despite
Yep.
my coming into work.
This
Oh,
means
yeah.
we
But
can play
also-
with the timeline.
Woo!
Because no one will know what week it is because Kate's wearing the same outfit. Woo!
I mean, you guys don't know that Kate isn't just pre-recorded.
It's true, she could have pre-recorded herself right after last week's session.
Isn't that right?
I'm still fixing stuff. You
Yeah, no, it's all good.
I'm very much obsessed with that wolf blanket.
It is
though.
really
It
good,
looks
yeah.
very comfortable.
What a good find. It's literally just sitting in the green room.
You just found it in the theater?
Yeah. Yeah. The theater has a fuzzy wolf blanket in the green room because it is a cold theater.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Apparently Liz is very quiet.
Yeah, because you weren't here when we were testing audio.
Whoops.
Oh, that would do it.
Go ahead, Liz.
I am testing. 1, 2, 3. Alice is there. She does not want to speak about her relationship with Goose.
That sounds better. You just clicked in to me at least.
Yeah. There needs to be more. You have to make a bigger change.
Oh, on the dial.
To react.
Wow.
Wow.
I love it. That just we were watching something yesterday to do with like a Disney Channel movie, whatever. It's one of my favorite things in terrible films when someone does something that's supposed to be impressive and it's clearly not, but then someone else just goes, "Wow," or like, "That's great," or like, "You're really good," you know? And it's just, oh dear. It's unfortunate. It's just too bad.
I mean, what's too bad is the
Blast.
fact that I tried to gut our stream computer to fix it, and then of course reassembling it, the computer is basically being like, "I don't remember any of my settings ever." Blah.
Who am I?
What do you mean? Audio output.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, you mean
What do you
through
mean you have
this?
2 cameras plugged into me? No, I don't
Nah,
want to
I don't
one.
want to do that. Say that, say that.
When you say someone sounds good compared to someone else, does that mean that they both sound good, or that only one of them sounds good?
Let us know, Ellie Spot. And thank
Let
you.
us
Yeah.
know. Let us
Let
know.
us know.
Very good.
Coco Hunters has been cooking and cleaning.
We're like 30 people, apparently.
And
We were
now
hearing about
sleepy.
on Punchy, yeah, which is very cool. Good.
levels are level.
The levels are level.
Ac-
Level
Assume it means
levels.
Like
That
balanced,
means good.
as opposed to like. Anyway. Oh, good.
The reality of our stream computer is that we can't actually put additional video cards in it because it's a smaller machine. Whoops.
I mean, it was,
smaller.
it was bought for a specific purpose, which is to bring
Yeah.
you these episodes. You, viewers like you. I was going to make a joke about us running like a PBS telethon, and then I remembered that we have done that on multiple occasions.
I mean, we talked last week about how one of the things we do for a future marathon.
Yes.
Thank
Actually,
you
we
for
have
the
a whole,
reason.
we have a whole list of things.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ranty. Much appreciated. Oh. Yeah, huh. Right. Well, fun day. It's a two-way street. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. The two-way street, like they're bringing us to them, we're bringing us to.
You need a moment.
Yeah. Thanks. I just had a little bit of
Processing.
coffee.
Oh.
What did I want to say?
Well,
Well, indeed.
The tech seems to be okay at this point. I mean, it's unfortunate that this is the. Oh no! When she's loud, I hear it.
Okay.
yeah, so my guess is that when I'm loud in the room. Go, 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 we are good. Perfect. You know what you would do if you were good and there was concern that you might not be?
Oh.
You would use your safety cards. We've got these tools, so you have other options. We'll get to those in a minute. So, green means that despite an outward appearance or indication otherwise, I, the player, feel good and happy, safe to continue. The yellow card, pause, is an indication that, sorry, I need the music to go away, John, I can't think. Pause card would be used for exactly that moment, actually, to say, hey folks, I need to let you know something that needs to be changed or adjusted or be made aware of before we can continue gameplay. But once it's down, we can continue. Red card is a stop. It is an indication that the player is unsafe to continue. You drop game entirely, you drop character entirely, you discuss around the table, you come to a point where you feel that you can comfortably, you have come to a resolution where everyone feels comfortable, and then you can resume gameplay once the cards are down and everyone feels safe to continue. I'm just gonna mute everything. You folks don't have cards, you do have options. What are they? Well, you can message us, you can whisper RPG Clinic, we'll see it on our screen. If otherwise, you can also contact one of our moderators. Today we have She Who Knows 10,000 Things and Safety Wolf Kung Fu Fenris. They're in chat, they're available to you if you want to DM them, they can keep it private if you so choose. And you also always have the option, should you need to step away from chat, step away from the stream, do whatever it is you need to do in order to maintain your own safety. We don't want to see you good. We want to see you safe.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Kate, you shouldn't
Sorry.
have been hearing anything.
I'm hearing my own self on an echo with a little bit of a delay, and it was
Oh.
really throwing me.
That
So
was-
initially I was hearing music. The music had come back when I was starting, and then I was hearing myself with like a delay.
that is
So
absolutely
yeah.
the worst.
I'm gonna see if I can help you with that.
yeah, it's a bunch of settings that we fought through 2 weeks ago, and again last week, and now unfortunately because the computer decided to forget everything, it's gone again.
Yes.
What?
Thought something was about to happen here. Something.
I don't know. I had the urge to start talking about Baldur's Gate, and then I was like, this is not the appropriate forum
Not
for
at
that.
all.
I was like, what do you mean Scott and I are just chilling at home?
Well, it's RPG adjacent. One might even say directly related, but this is a very different.
Because we're permanently role-playing at our house? I
Yes,
did not think this would be
please.
the time when we would reveal that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a sad joke in there and a funny joke in there, and I think I'll leave them both out
Leave them
for everyone to decide for themselves.
Yeah, you choose your own adventure joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yoa, as I always say. Choose your own.
Is that how you always say it?
Yoa. With a hard K sound, just for Aragorn.
Because there's also Sia,
Yeah.
which is cover your ass.
Oh. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, CYA, classic. just gonna
Thanks.
use headphones for 2 seconds so I can't hear you, friends.
Thanks. You're welcome.
No.
You're welcome, Erica.
We had,
Kate, speak.
yeah, I'm gonna talk about the fact that my character has access to stare down and blissful Tenode's aroma and the right of forgetful record. I'm not hearing myself anymore, which is fantastic for me. Let me know, folks, how I sound for the rest of you out there.
And can you hear everything else?
Yeah, I'm hearing the music. I'm hearing you, folks.
Okay, so we'll see if that solidifies things. In the meantime, I will then have to solidify something else, which is whether the three of you managed to spend any goddamn experience.
Ah.
I like how Kate's thumb is just going to be like that much bigger than everyone else's. 3, 2, 1.
Oh! Congrats, everybody. Because we all spent XP, and no one can be mad at us for that. Good. Okay, all right, I'm going here.
in the corner.
I mean, I'm apparently
I-
always in the corner. So
Apparently,
just
yeah.
Coming to join me.
I didn't. Well, that sounds great. Let's go. Let's go for ice cream or something. Go in the corner.
There's no ice cream in the corner. Aragorn, is there ice cream in the corner?
There's something in the corner
Were you about
that could be alluded to as
something creamy? Is that what you were about to say? What did you guys buy? I want to know what you bought.
got Glory 2. Glory 2.
Sorry.
What'd you do,
what
Kate?
two?
Glory 2.
Oh.
I bought honor too. Well, well, well.
These are your renowns, like from the moot and from the hunt.
From the
and
hunt,
so on.
yeah.
Presumably, I don't know.
Yeah. And mostly because I would like to be able to spirit of the fray against 3 enemies rather than just 2.
Be nice.
Yeah, so that you could see just directly up into my brain, Aragorn.
Holy shit.
Ah, well. You know what? Why don't we just play the recap? Why don't we just do that?
Yay!
Having returned from Clemata's manufacturing laboratory with their Q-constant maple seedling, Macris, Troyan, and Dante wasted little time in seeking out the inventor/botanist, Quentin Quirin. Quirin, clearly quite ill and initially distrustful of the Garou, warmed up eventually. He seemed genuinely passionate about his plan to reforest the planet in an ethical, safe manner, and proved suspicious of Clemata's reasons. He was also shut out of the company since becoming sick. Alice Touch of Glass trailed the Garou to their meeting with Quirin. She returned with them to Bar Balthazar. Their meeting was crashed by To the Moon, who announced their intention to challenge for Downstream. Both Touch of Glass and To the Moon were intent on discovering where the Pack's loyalties lie.
We have a lot of fun here. RPG.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like one of those. I'm like a theater patron.
Considering how long you worked in a theater.
I know, isn't it awful?
Russell, Russell, Russell.
That's okay. You can't hear anything from them during the recap. It's your chance to unwrap your candies.
Oh, damn it. That would have been a great time.
I know, I really should have done. Instead, I waited until the second it ended to unwrap my
You waited for the quiet moment in the
Yeah,
scene to
yeah.
be like, this is really good.
Do you think Jean Valjean's going to survive?
Apparently, this theater, for a brief while, was serving nachos and popcorn during the shows.
Oh,
The
You know,
loudest thing.
Infamously quiet food. Yeah, exactly.
That is wild.
What is the ideal theater food?
licorice.
Mashed
Or like
potatoes.
Twizzlers and
You
stuff.
had that shit on lock, ready
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
I was thinking like some sort of no, I was thinking some sort of milkshake. That I had to think about it, and now it's passed. That's a terrible idea for the theater. I know.
Why
And
is a milkshake terrible for the theater?
I just think I would. If it's me, I would spill it. If it's anything liquid, it's gonna get spilled.
Thing is, milkshakes are
This one
designed to
doesn't
be
have carpets.
consumed with a straw.
Yeah, which is also terrible sound-wise. I mean,
Because then eventually you'll just get, the...
Yeah. Because, like, it will bring all the boys to the yard, and yet Is that really how you want to get the youths to the theater?
I mean, better than Youthquake. This is a deep cut from Slings and Arrows. Long time. I like Crunch Buncha. I don't know what that is, Captain Splooey. I want to, but I don't. Else. What would be good? Yeah, like a snack food, I think. Probably like a soft
Cotton
solid.
candy.
Cotton candy is a really good shout.
Go
Applesauce
squeeze.
packets. Does everyone have their snack? Oh. Sorry, everyone.
They have those available for like every time that we do any kind of motion capture, and it's so like it has such a bad texture and consistency, and I know it's just applesauce, and everybody bags on me for it, but it's awful. It's
I won't bag on you for it. I don't like them either.
fucking gross.
Gummy candy in general would be good as long as the wrapper wasn't plasticky. It would have to be like in a bowl.
Or, yes. I'm thinking of at the bulk store when you get them in just like a generic plastic bag that's just twizzled at the top, because then they wouldn't make any sound when you open them. 'Cause they're not
Too bad. Yeah.
I want gummy candies.
As a birthday treat.
Flower of August, as recently established by certain American politicians, no, you do not want to snack on your boyfriend.
Oh, at the theater? No,
At the theater.
absolutely not. You're correct.
Get your ass kicked out.
Depends on the show, Eric. When
Snack
but
day.
Oh,
generally-
I was thinking vampire. Sorry.
It wouldn't be the least appropriate thing someone's done in a theater in which I work.
Well, you can't say that without following.
Yeah, I don't know.
It-
Unless you're outing one of us, in which case maybe you shouldn't. But I don't think so.
Yeah, so this is actually like it's one of those things that's kind of funny as a story, but in the moment was really not. So there's a wedding scene. Two characters are getting married on stage. A woman showed up with rose petals.
Oh, that
Got up out of her seat, went down to the stage and threw the rose petals like over the actors because she was so worked up by the celebration. But like that is, I cannot articulate how uncool that is.
The actors
Like,
were
The
also-
actors have no idea what's going
they
on.
were like quite.
They
felt
feel like they're
physically
under attack.
threatened.
Yeah,
You know,
of course.
But like,
I forgot.
Yeah,
it means
it's
that
so
they
fucked
planned this. So either they had already seen the show,
She had
or
already
they were
seen it.
familiar with the script.
She'd already seen
As
it,
the
so she
person
came back
who was
again with
managing the
the
front of house at the time. I had to be the person to say that you are no longer welcome at the
yeah.
theater.
We had to
because
like
it's
we literally put notes
horrific.
in her file because I was working box office at the time, saying do not ever tell this person a ticket again.
I thought
It was
we were gonna tell a
nuts.
sex story.
Now I'm just imagining Scott like running down the aisle and full on tackling this person.
I have run through that theater on multiple occasions, including getting a door in the head on one occasion as well. It was a lot happened there.
No one's ate it running down the aisle in the FC Smith.
Oh,
Carpet burn.
they were
Yeah,
ramps,
I
right?
got like it took off like
wasn't steps
all
there.
of the skin on my elbow. It was bad.
Ouch.
That was the closing of Little Katrina.
Ramp.
Strike.
Yikes! And you struck
Struck.
the
yeah.
pavement.
Struck my pavement.
All right, is it time for us to tell some sex stories?
Never mind. What?
In a world where sex is sacred
Hang on. It's right there.
and also now allowed between Guru.
Ellie Spot, I can actually say yes. Because at least you wouldn't have endangered the actors. It's true that there's a lot of, like, nobody else in the audience. Like, don't do that either. Don't do that either. But it's just in the scale of, anyway, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. That's enough. No, okay, that's enough.
It's strange sometimes what we end up having to do when we roleplay. If you take away the abstract layer of it all, then what you're doing is basic at its basic core. If you're playing something like Dungeons and Dragons, it's a bunch of friends gang up on one of their friends and try to kill many different, but not all, personalities of that friend. While that friend sometimes
with some of their personalities, tries to kill you. You can get on to the idea that you're having arguments with your friends and at the same time grinning at each other. You're seducing your friends and at the same time glancing over at your actual romantic partner and wondering how they're handling that particular situation. The abstract layer is sort of important in that respect. We are engaged in a game. We don't hold genuine ill will towards each other. We aren't trying to destroy or save the planet in these hours that we sit here together. And we are most certainly not trying to violate Twitch's terms of service. Or YouTube's, for that matter, I suppose. So, catch our next upload up on Pornhub.
Congratulations, John and Scott. I'm glad it finally happened.
Thank you. Weirdly enough, still available on Spotify.
Spotify doesn't care.
They're good.
They don't give a fuck.
I mean, we'll get 0.001 cents for it, but, you know, they don't care.
Still more than
Wow.
But that abstract layer is important. And for Guru, the weird thing is that nothing they do is to a certain degree abstract. Spirits are watching. Nothing that the Guru do is abstract. They're always being watched, either by spirits or each other. The politicking that they have to put up with, the planet that they have to fix. There isn't anything that they can do that is just on a layer that's removed. Because when Gaia cries out, Guru have to answer. And when you text your friends, there will be consequences.
okay.
I am going to refer you to the text conversations that we finished the last session with. I'm going to ask that you have them open, because I'm just going to have you. I'm going to have them read out for people who are here on the stream who may not have looked to check. Thank you for the follow. We're going to start. Kate, do you have it open?
Sorry, I don't.
All right. Moving on to Scott.
Yeah.
So, Scott, you got a text message from Apotheosis asking, "Are you busy?"
To which Dante responded, "Not this second. You okay? I can be over soon.
"I'd like to see you, please."
Be there soon."
Troyan, you actually initiated one of these.
Yeah. To Guy Boucher, can we talk,
Sure. Now?
please?
I'm on bomb watch. Feel free to stop by. And then Kate. Macros received a text from an unknown number saying, "I'm okay, thank you, P378FBY."
Sorry, I have so many one-night stands, I just can't keep track. You know how I am.
A friend for life.
Damn, people don't usually catch feels.
I remember last session, you got a response from Macros and went and like reacted to it, and I was like, "Damn, what did he do over there?"
It's because
scary.
Macros can't turn it off.
Apparently not.
I couldn't figure out who it was, so
So you
I was
get-
just like, okay,
You get the sassers.
let's see if they choose to explain who they are clearly.
That's
Okay.
Macros's new phone who dis.
Yeah.
It's for me.
Oh my god.
And then I should also remind you that Troyan received a package.
She did.
Do you,
Which is secret.
it's
Yes, the
secret and
contents
you
of
are
which
not
have not been
revealing
revealed.
Correct.
It's that package at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it shook her to her core.
Well,
Yeah.
everyone's getting up and going out, so I have to ask, because you insist on splitting the party, which is fine.
Always and forever.
Where are you going?
Downstream.
Grumpy's bar downtown.
And Macros is
Get that
Whoa.
chill.
For a walk? Okay.
Yeah.
So Macros, you're staying behind.
For now, yeah. Until I
Great.
think of a better thing to do.
That's fine, because then we're going to start with you. Bar Balthazar is the kind of bar that gets it's not what I would call a hoppin' place all the time.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's very fair.
It's as a bar itself, if you look at where it's located and all that, it's definitely located in a place where plenty of people have access to it, and they do go, but it's not quite like the downtown core. It isn't similar to certain pubs like McKibben's or even Hatter's, closer to like Grumpy's, closer to places where some nights you get a lot of people who come in, and some nights it's just chill. I don't think there's very often that Bar Balthazar has no one in it, at least not after it's been open for a couple of hours. But it is a little different when somebody comes in to the bar, specifically looking for you, Macros, which I don't imagine happens all that often.
Nope.
The doors to the bar swing open, and remember that we're in October, so it's still unseasonably warm. It's not like a chill day like it has been for the past little while here, although not today. And in strides in, let's just call this up because we might as well for everybody. Cleaves the Lie. Remember that Cleaves the Lie is the Silverfang, who is ostensibly like the leader of the Cairn of the Weathered Storm. He's still dressed in kind of that tweed jacket with the leather patches on the elbows. And his face kind of has that sort of grizzled look of somebody who is coming inside from something that probably was long uncomfortable, and is finally getting that initial rush of warmth and maybe I can relax in this place. Walks up to the bar. He doesn't immediately notice you, Macros, because I don't imagine that you are like the person who initially greets everybody all the time.
Nope.
But you do see him, you do recognize him, and he is here. He has ordered a Tom Collins. And, yeah,
It's been ongoing.
it's moved away from what's his appearance to what drink does he prefer?
What's a drink?
Yeah.
And he sits down at the bar. And he just hangs his head as if he's just exhausted. Shonk delivers his drink without any major issue, but this is strange, to say the least. Macros might know. Troyan, did you tell Macros that you were inviting people to like come over to the bar?
Yeah, everyone
And-
would have been given a
and
heads
that
up.
Dew and Alice
We're the ones who specifically accepted
were the ones who
the invitation.
Cleaves the Lie never specifically accepted it, but yet he's here.
Macros will find some excuse to carry something over to the bar that seems like it belongs there. Maybe clear some tables, some glasses off of some tables or something. Then address him. You doing okay?
I thought I could get out of the cold.
Fair enough. Unfortunately, our matron? I was like, patron? Nope, that doesn't work. Unfortunately, our
mistress.
Owner.
unfortunately, the owner's out at the moment.
That's not why I'm here.
Well, you
I
need
need
anything, let me know.
advice, and I need it from someone who isn't close.
Macris gestures towards a secluded table.
He gets up and he picks up his drink. Shank looks at... Everything okay?
2 thumbs up.
Whatever. He goes back to trying to fiddle with the televisions that are propped up around the bar, because right now they're only showing signal not found and...
God.
Cleaves the Lie slides into the booth, and Macris, could I have you roll your wits and awareness, please?
We ended last session at Rage 2. Should I still be
You
there?
remain at Rage 2.
Great. And sorry, it was Wits Awareness?
Wits awareness.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to technically be at 5 willpower
Oh, as a max, like as a
as my
max.
max. Yeah,
Oh,
Did we not fix that?
we did, and I think it reset.
Oh,
No?
there it
That's
is.
5.
Oh, for mine I'm looking at the one at the bottom.
Oh,
Strange. that
okay. I'll take a note. We'll just have to deal with that until I'm home.
That's all good.
Thumbs up.
I see it correctly on the
But-
screen.
And for what it's worth, there's your health. Good old Macris. That
Wow, Macris
Woo.
can take a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm the tank. So that was 4 successes
Oh,
for
shit.
Wits Awareness.
His jacket is doing a very good job of covering the fact that the clothing that he's wearing underneath is spotted with blood. However, there doesn't seem to be any specific damage to his own clothing, so it's likely not his own.
Get into a bit of a fight, did you? And Macris would have like poured herself a glass of water or something. Brought it over.
I'm starting to lose control.
Of yourself? Of Weathered Storm?
Weathered Storm, it felt solid enough. Recently, I've come across one too many challenges, and I don't know why. Slade challenged me.
Well, we mentioned that we'd give her some trouble if she tried to just scoop up downstream. Apparently her hunger for power couldn't be slaked.
She claimed that she was doing it to test me, to reinforce that I belonged. I feel like I only won just barely. Almost as if she was holding back. Why? Why now when things are teetering at the edge? I know that you've been watching. I just need to know why it's happened.
If I could tell you, I would be working on a solution. There's been a lot of infighting on this island and its little tiny sub-islands. I know that there was a call for help that went unanswered that put Weathered Storm at great risk. But to not bury that hatchet, it's clearly done more than just put a rift between the two cairns. If you're now seeing unrest within your own, Goose is hurt. If you can't cooperate,
You spoke to her.
yes.
What did she tell you?
A little bit. She spoke, as many spirits do, in not so direct terms. But she was worried about the mountain.
She won't speak to me.
Macris would probably say 2 or 3 more words that would fill him in because it's been like 2 weeks in game and 3 months in reality.
Yep, that's fine.
But yeah, she would kind of generally fill him in. She wouldn't hold stuff back.
Yeah. She won't speak to me any longer.
Is she mad with you?
Don't know. It seems that when I have approached her, she just stays quiet. As if I've done something wrong, but I can't think of anything. And if I start going to the rest of the Sept, they'll only see a weakness in leadership.
I'll admit that knowing that the Cairn spirit isn't talking to you does give me some understanding why someone would challenge for leadership.
But I don't think that she's speaking to Jennifer Slade either.
And she isn't speaking to your theurge either.
No.
Or at least not Hannah.
No. I don't know what's happening.
I'm a get shit done kind of person. I'm not a commune with the spirits. That's not my forte. But if you want someone to come in and shake everyone until they wake the hell up, I'm game. I want people to get shit done. I'm tired of seeing the guru of this city at each other's throats instead of trying to fight for Gaia.
His eyebrow raises just slightly. Could I get you to roll a wits etiquette, please?
Yeah,
You can.
good old wits. 1 success.
He might be worried that you're trying to imply that his judgments have been unfair. And that's the reaction I was expecting, so we'll move on from there.
Macris with her 0 etiquette gives no shits right now.
What I'm trying to understand is why Goose so easily spoke to the 3 of you. Perhaps I
We
should
aren't
be
weighed
speaking
down.
to your theurge, but Macris, you've been making a name for yourself. All of you have.
We aren't weighed down by this history. We're fresh.
It'll happen. And he drinks a little bit of his Tom Collins and then winces a bit. Almost as if it's
I
for
don't-
some reason too sour.
I don't doubt it. But I'd like to build history by cutting down the old.
Maybe. When you called the moot, when you let the Glasswalker go, why mercy? You could have ended
We're
him right then and there, and the glory would have been yours.
I was hoping he'd stick around, but he's turned south. Ultimately, though, like I've been saying, I'm tired of seeing everyone fight. Killing him would have been satisfying, but I think he's lost all of his standing within our society. Hopefully he can still do something good before he dies.
Not all of his
If he's-
standing. He's alive. The judgment was passed. Trust, perhaps, he may have lost. Standing, no. But you could have made such a leap. The 3 of
I'm
you
not
discovered one danced the spiral one on his way, and yet I do not understand this.
You hold close to the traditional litany, and I respect that. We do our best to respect it, but also are not against trying something new, something different.
Perhaps I've grown too old to do something different.
No. You can teach old dogs new tricks. They just have to be willing to learn.
Careful.
Now, I'll call myself a dog every day of the week. Don't you worry.
He laughs, but it's so dry.
There you go. Thank you.
Yes.
Troyan,
Yes.
you're headed towards the Bon.
Yes.
Or no, sorry,
No, the
towards Grumpy's.
Grumpies.
Grumpy's is not a dive, but it teeters on the edge there. It tends to be a bar that's frequented by creatives, artistic types, university students who don't know any better.
College kids, yeah, for sure.
The fact that it still exists and still manages to afford its rent is still surprising in some quarters, but yet there they are. Grumpy's is a place where sometimes you can go in and there's just no one.
No.
And it's like that today. One person working behind the bar, and one of the booths has a rather attractive man, almost pretty. He has large eyes, very expressive ones, and the Van Dyke that he's grown meticulously groomed alongside his hair, which is in an undercut style. He wears his he wears a sweater, like a turtleneck sweater, and across the chest of it, you can see that it's been sewn back together. Something had torn it apart, but apparently he liked it enough that he tried to save the sweaters instead of just replacing it. And his shit kicker boots have a mirror shine on them. He leans forward when you come in, and he wordlessly pushes across the table a half-eaten poutine that he has decided he doesn't want, or that he's willing to share.
How many
Grumpy's doesn't
forks?
have a kitchen. You just bring your own food.
Are there 2 forks or 1 fork?
There's 2 forks.
Nice. Troyan was hyper cautious when traveling here. She took the metro, but traveled through the train to so that she was leaving from a different door than she got on, and got off on a different metro stop that would require more walking. She's very roundabout in her route. She does sit opposite him and does grab a fork. I appreciate you meeting me in such short notice. It's good to see you again, Guy.
I have to say I'm surprised. This isn't exactly how I thought we were going to catch up. What happened to your bar? We could have gone there.
No, I needed... Something may be happening. It might be nothing, but if it is more than that, I need to not be at the bar as much. This is really convoluted, and Have you heard from anybody in New York recently?
Aside from you?
Bree or Tamara, or have they been in contact?
No. No, they generally manage to keep to themselves. I'm not someone who needs to reach out. I've been busy here.
Right.
If there's something that I should have heard.
I'm just wondering, before I start to really panic, if either of them are making plans for coming into town, or if they'd said anything to you, if they'd reached out. Someone sent me this. She takes out a padded envelope, the same one that she opened a few hours ago.
Are you going to tell people what was in it? Or
I
you just
will.
want to assume that that I'll know.
Or
and
the
you
camera
can
doesn't
reveal it
linger
later?
on
Oh
it. The thing is
my
that
God.
The camera doesn't look.
No,
yeah.
I'll describe it this time. So the padded envelope, just to refresh everybody, has the address of the bar. It has Troyan's name, but it does not have a return address. It was mailed from within Canada. She slides it across the bar to him. And if he opens it, if he does look inside,
Yeah, he'll look.
it's one of those little sew-on patches that says I, heart, and Y. It's one of those I love New York things. There was no note. There was no name. And maybe it's from one of our New York friends who's just saying that they're coming to visit or saying that they want me to visit. But it could...
That's not what you would do, is
No.
it?
No, it's not what I would do.
You don't need to make excuses for anyone. This is strange. This is weird.
It's a threat, isn't it?
Or a taunt.
I'm going to tell my packmates why I left. They deserve to know. If whatever it is has followed me here, they need to know.
Followed you here. You received a package.
Mailed from this country.
It's a big country. But you can tell his
You don't believe that?
his face isn't in it. No, I don't. The bar is secure. Your packmates are the ones who can keep you safe.
I shouldn't have brought all this to their doorstep. It was my idea that we form a stupid pack in the first place.
Stupid pack? That
The most enriching thing in my life right now, yes. It's not stupid. I don't know how to do.
didn't your Ragabash go toe to toe with another Ragabash and almost brought a building down around them? Isn't your Glasswalker at the moment being involved in a tug of war between two other Glasswalkers?
They're capable.
And you're not?
For the last year, I've deluded myself into believing that I had taken care of the threat. That I didn't need to tell anyone about it because it was a non-issue. If I couldn't deal with the problem, which means it suggests it's more powerful than I expected, or that they have something.
Eat. Eat.
She does take a bite.
I wish I could tell you that it was piping hot, fresh.
Oh dear.
It is lukewarm and has almost started congealing. So it's still edible. It's still fine, but it is not the best.
Where is it from?
That's
Oh, yeah.
a good question.
Probably
Is it
Belpro,
Belpro?
right?
It would be Belpro if it's close to here. Yeah.
Belle Provence. Belle Province. Belle
Okay,
Province.
that's fine.
Uh,
I've had
a, I've had
worse. I have had worse.
I mean, Troyan's relatively new, so she doesn't necessarily know the hierarchy of Poutine.
No, no.
Yeah.
Poutine's awfully mid.
Oh boy.
I thought that you were someone who did their best to help others. That you would take them in, deal with the problem. Yes?
Apparently, I didn't deal with the problem.
Your art bleeds for others. It does not beat for yourself. Perhaps you should start listening to it.
I can't.
Then, would you like me to call your pack? Hello, yes. Macris and Dante. Is it Dante or Dante?
It's Dante.
Dante, okay.
That
Dante.
almost gets a laugh out of her. Very reluctantly.
Your packmate needs you. Now, is this going to be a problem? And I can only imagine that Macris's reaction would be, absolutely not. I don't care about Troyan at all, ever. I have nothing to do with her. And then Dante would say, no, I am too busy with my computer chips and my rankings in Call of Duty, and I don't understand why I would ever help someone.
How do you know them so well when you two have never met at all? It's alarming.
You need to trust them. Or you need to let them go.
I trust them.
Then tell them.
Will you do me a favor and just let me know if you hear of anyone visiting? Next time you speak to anyone from New York.
I'll keep my ear out.
Thank you.
You realize you're playing a dangerous game.
We're Guru.
You're playing a dangerous game with Guru. The more that you keep hidden, the less others can use against you, but the less others can help you too. Don't make this known. Your pack? Yes. But be careful. People are watching you right now. Don't give them ammunition. Not unless it becomes a serious problem. Yes?
I would love to never, ever, ever breathe a word of what happened back then. I'd be ecstatic to never relive that part of my life. Unfortunately, I'm not so lucky.
You're on your own. What do you do with problems?
I rip their throats out.
Do it better this time. But he's got like a smile on his face. He's trying his best to not do a pity party, but
I'll do it better this time. She grabs the poutine and the envelope and walks out. Or makes to leave.
maybe
She throws down money on the table for their drinks.
Did you even have a drink?
No. So she pays for his drink. With a generous tip.
He just starts pocketing some of the tip. No.
Nice.
Oh, E.
Downstream seems to have had a little bit of a cleanup recently. There's a door again.
Well, shit.
The cairn that exists underneath the rowing basin off Ile Notre Dame, or in Ile Notre Dame to be honest,
is slowly starting to get back to normal. But one thing that is quite clear is that at any one point in time, there tends to only be one guru. It's either to the moon or Apotheosis, and they don't seem to be spending a lot of time together here. To the moon's bike isn't present, so you can tell that they're not around. At least not likely. Their crotch rocket. Their Kawasaki Ninja. Apotheosis looks up from her manipulating a soldering iron over a circuit board. It's you. Okay. And then just pushes the iron, puts the iron back in a holder, and the air smells a little bit of flux and of melting, beating solder. Have you ever done like solder?
No. I mean, I've been around some, but like I've never done any myself.
It has a very distinctive smell.
You're on edge.
We're always on edge.
More than usual.
I'm always on edge.
So I know a little bit about something that's going on. You want to tell me what's going on?
I know To the Moon is dissatisfied. I know that any percent is gone, and I haven't been able to find him to tell him that he can come back. To tell them that we need him here. Even if he is a fuck up.
And what about Code 902? Yeah.
Have you ever tried to find a Bonar that doesn't want to be found?
Thankfully, I haven't had to.
Bolt holes everywhere. There are so many who would shelter them because they've done the same. I have no idea why he's not here.
It doesn't look good.
None of this looks good. I was thinking about trying to talk to Macris. They're tribe mates.
That's like saying I'm related to the monarchs in England. You know what I mean? Like, you go far enough back, yeah, probably. I don't. That's... Tribe mate's fine, but they don't have any sort of... Maybe she would think like him. Maybe. But I doubt it.
There's a place for her here. There's a place for all of you here. We're going to lose this place, though, if we can't find more. What do I do? Just throw a message out on the net?
Find an old yellow pages under W for Warriors of Gaia.
What are yellow pages?
Shit. Hang on, how old is Dante? It's possible.
53.
It's possible.
It's been 84. Genuine.
Oh, literally, no
understanding.
idea.
Just like a blank, like what?
Don't worry about it. You're right. We don't just grow on trees. And especially not people don't want to come here because they feel like their tribe association might not be welcomed.
At the moment, all it would take would be for Jennifer Slade to find 2 other Guru and walk in here, and we would be in a lot of trouble.
There's a more pressing threat
What's that?
to the moon. They're not satisfied. You said that.
Are they a threat?
They're gonna challenge you. Soon. Now, I don't know if it's considered good etiquette to inform the challengee that it's coming, but I don't really give a fuck. Apotheosis.
What do you care about, Dante?
I care about my pack, and I care about what this place represents.
What is that? She stands up. She is dressed in a ankle-length coat, like a trench coat. And then on the underneath, you see that she's wearing what almost look like ballet shoes, although they have a slightly more significant sole to them.
Okay. What is this place? To me, downstream is the way forward. The Guru Nation doesn't exist anymore. And people will talk about being eaten alive from the inside. People will talk about a wolf chasing its own tail. People will talk about chaos and anarchy. But they don't ever want to talk about what comes after. People only ever want to look back. Oh, why can't we have the nation back? Oh, things would have been different if. Fuck that. We move forward. And the only way to save Gaia is with new ideas. The old ideas aren't fucking working. Look at where we are. Like, look at this world. Do you know what I mean? And we managed to slow Clamata down, but we haven't stopped them. We've got the only two major cairns in Montreal at each other's throats. People from Weathered Storm thinking they should waltz in here and take over downstream, not knowing what it's about. And we have downstream not having been able to help Weathered Storm. Bygones be bygones. This place represents the future, and it represents a way out of the apocalypse. That's what this place represents.
Have you told Apotheosis about the Raspberry Pi that you picked up from any percent?
I don't know if you had the opportunity.
No, that's a good question. I mean, we had weeks of working together, but like, that's a really, really good question, because I went to trace with it. No. Or not at this point. But she just mentioned any percent, so I feel like that should probably come up. Because
This is up to you. I'm just making sure.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
one
you
of our
for
patented segues.
Thank you for reminding me that it exists.
I didn't want to assume.
No, I can only hold one thing in my head at a time. You know this about me.
Now it's a cronut.
I wish I had your gift. The way that I see you grow passion about this, it feels like what I feel. But I can't express it the way you can. I'm a Galliard, and I can't rouse people to this cause the way that you just looked.
The reasons that were chosen by Gaia, by Luna. They're not always obvious. And I don't think that every Galliard needs to be able to...
I can sing everyone else's praises, just not my own.
Then why are you leading a cairn? It's a sincere, sorry. From Dante, it's a sincere question. It's out of character.
Ooh. I kind of like this. All right. Why is Dante asking the question?
Dante is asking the question to try to provoke Apotheosis.
Interesting.
It's a sincere question, but it's to provoke.
Charisma, intimidation.
Okay. Let's do it.
Remember that your rage is 2.
Yeah. I'm wondering about a brutal outcome causing damage. Anyway,
That might be an interesting thing.
Oh, no, okay. I saw one and I got... Anyway, 2 successes. Hey, yo, I'm scared.
Because for too long, it has been too easy for Guru to believe in the past, just as you said. I'm not looking to do a quick score like To the Moon. I'm not looking to simply find a new way to fight for Gaia. I want the way. I want to see us finding a new path, not simply a new way to walk. My head's overflowing, Dante. There's so much that I've learned in so small amount of time. I don't think like I used to. I don't move or act as I used to. And maybe that's what downstream is. Maybe it's a place where we're trying to discover. And I will see that happen, whether I'm the one in charge or someone else. But I don't believe anyone else has that drive. Except for maybe you.
Yeah, except maybe me.
Her eyes narrow just a little bit.
I've always felt like... when Guru challenge each other for leadership. I don't know. You can say you can call me non-traditional to the point of rolling your eyes if you want. That's fine. But I've always felt like when someone challenges someone else, it's always done out of aggression, you know? We are creatures of rage, after all. But it's never done for the purpose of bettering something. It's always done for the purpose of knocking someone out of the position. And that's not what I would do if I challenged you.
What would you do?
You talk about finding the path, the way. You talk about discovering yourself. I would want to know that you could go the distance. A contest of stamina.
Do you not trust my stamina? She takes 2 steps closer to you.
I'm not really part of this Karen, am I?
Why not? Another step. Everyone who was trying to drive you away is gone. Except for To the Moon. And for some reason, To the Moon decides to talk to you now. I've always been here. Ready to take you in.
Yikes. I'm seeing that over there. Apotheosis, there's just... This place has... It has memories associated with it that I don't like.
Make new memories.
Maybe we should just burn the fucking place down in the first place.
You could have done that already, but you didn't.
You're right. You're right, I didn't. And I don't want to.
Don't hold on to the past. It will not serve you.
You're right. Fuck the past. You're gonna win your challenge. You're gonna keep control of downstream. And I'm gonna tell my pack that we need to protect this place. But you need to know that this isn't a taking sides. I don't want you looking over at Cleaves the Lie and Jennifer Slade, and I don't want you to see enemies. Those are not enemies. Apotheosis. Shades of gray.
I don't need enemies right now. I need the opposite.
You got me. Right?
Do I?
Shit's complicated. Apotheosis. It's real complicated.
I don't see why it has to be. You're here now. In front of me. In this place. There's no one here but you, me, and a spirit that you helped to bring back. So what's complicated now?
I don't see you as a peer. I don't see us as on the same level. I see us as fundamentally different. And honestly, I don't know what to make of that. But it's not exactly turning me on. And he takes a step back. And he's looking a little shaky at having done so.
Turning you on?
Yeah. You don't feel this tension? You don't feel this between us? I do. And I'm not giving into it.
This is a joke?
No, it's not a joke. I'm not going to admit that I made a mistake. I'm not going to pretend like I meant something different.
You don't see me as a peer. But you're attracted to me. But you don't want to act on it. And that's why shit is complicated.
Yeah. Plus, honestly, making new memories in this place is going to take a bit of time. The ghost of 902 is still around. I can't just throw him out. Maybe I should, though.
You need to spend more time as a wolf.
What are you implying?
Things do not need to be so complicated. Survival's easy. You just know what you need to do. And if for you to survive here, you need to make new memories. If patching thinking engine up isn't enough, then you'll find a way to make more. If you want to bring together downstream in the cairn of the weathered storm, that isn't complicated. It may not be easy, but it's not complicated. And if you're not sure how you feel about me, then you can figure it out. Because it isn't that difficult. I know how I feel about you. I wouldn't have asked you here otherwise. I wouldn't have asked for you to be here in this cairn. I wouldn't have trusted you. I wouldn't have worked alongside you.
Do you still trust me?
Of course I do. Because it isn't complicated. She turns around and she grabs the soldering iron out of its holder again and tests it to make sure that it's still hot.
Yeah. For some people, trust is like a little bit of thread. And it snaps at the first opportunity.
I'm not like that. Maybe glasswalkers are used to not trusting anyone because no other guru looks at them the same way. But I know what I know. I can trust how I feel. And that trust isn't so easily snapped. And then she, goes to
furiously solder something onto the board.
Oh God! No, not with fury.
Go and talk to your pack. Go and see if you can figure yourself out. Because I don't want to force you into anything.
Our role as a pack has been to bridge the gap, to be the bridge that allows people to move forward together. And I thought, and then we all thought, that protecting downstream, that being part of downstream would be seen as taking sides, and I don't think it has to. I just want you to know why we haven't been here.
I think you've made that clear.
Right.
If I'm not enough, then find another reason. Macros.
Yeah.
I'm not. We can come back to it. I'm just
saying shit.
I'm just saying shit. Cleaves the Lie leans forward. You seem convinced that peace is something that we can do.
I'm not talking about perfect peace and sing-alongs and all that. Just a little less infighting, a little more outfighting.
And how would we go about doing that?
Talking, I guess. Starting with
talking
that.
would work? Do we just
Finding-
find a common enemy and destroy them?
Yeah. Finding compromise. Look, you came here for a reason.
Macros, your phone buzzes in your pocket again.
You came here for a reason.
Your phone reads from that same unknown number.
Mm-hmm.
Should I tell you where I am? Now, is Macros like answering while talking to Cleaves the Lie?
Sorry, I'm just writing it down.
Okay.
So you don't look at it. You came here for a
Is it
reason.
U-Y-O-U or the letter U?
Actually, you know what?
Did they
Actually, valid
capitalize
question.
the letter
Valid
I?
question.
I'm going to put it in here.
Alright.
There. Oh, except it wrote it as Badger. Well, you know.
Oh.
It is the letter U. It is not a
Awesome.
Not a full word.
Sorry, where did it go?
I put it in downtown.
Oh, there we go. It just wasn't loading for me. Thank you.
God damn it, Badger.
Can't be contained, you know? Spirit of Badger.
Spirit of Badger can't be contained.
Yeah, I, for one, would always like to know where the spirit of Badger is, so this works.
Actually, if you listen really closely, you can even hear him.
There.
Badger, 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 Badger. Sploo, 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 sploo. Badger, Badger, Badger.
What can we do to help? Do you have any inclination?
I don't know. Can you roll me once again? I'm just making Macros roll. I'm just waiting for Kate to roll a brutal out at the worst possible moment. Wits insight, please.
Insight.
Win sight.
Win sight.
Win sight, you lose sight.
Two.
Fuck.
There's a definite sense of defeat around him.
Oh god, we're so fucked. We're all just so fucked.
Would you be okay if I came up and talked to people?
Of course, you're always welcome.
So, having your blessing would be appreciated.
You have it. Clearly, I came here for a reason. And if I'm not sure what it is,
Troyan's better at talking to people and not pissing them off.
I'm not talking to Troyan right now.
Dante's better with the spirits.
I'm not talking to Dante right now.
We can all help.
Maybe you just haven't lost sight of what a pack is.
How's yours?
One of my pack just recently tried to throat me, and the other one is away on one of his damned hunts.
Lonely. Do packs last forever?
Not all of them.
Do you wish yours would?
I still trust them,
That's important.
but lately it seems like we're not running together. Always in different places, passing like ships in the night.
Those moments come and go. You should run together. You aren't too old to run.
Maybe I am.
Fuck that.
He looks up, and there's an initial like burst of disappointment and anger on his face, and then he remembers who he's talking to, and it eases
He's like,
a little bit. Oh, it's a fucking Ragabash. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Raggy's pissed me off, but I get it.
You want to give up? Then give up, but
I'll never give up.
run with them. Remember why you were a pack. Remember what it is that lit that fire in you. Right now, you're letting it dim.
Fine. Stands up a little faster than he should have, and because it's a booth, it's not easy for him to stand up all the way. Like it's kind of like I'm
Shimmy-ish,
still
yeah.
sort of leaning over, and I have to shimmy out of the damn table. You haven't chosen to take on the name.
Word spreads fast.
Some names are appropriate. I'd understand why you decided not to take it.
It fits. Just because the shoe fits doesn't mean you have to wear it. Not entirely sure it's exactly my style.
Maybe not. But don't shy away from making sure that everyone else knows just how effective you are.
I'll let my reputation precede me in other ways.
That's your right.
I'll see you soon. I'll be up the hill
I'll see you
at some
soon.
point.
And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a $20 bill that has been ripped almost all the way through
Oh boy.
and taped up.
Yeah. Oh, man. Look,
I got this one.
I think I'd insist. And he puts the bill on the table and then he walks away.
Macros will let him leave, and then we'll pick up the empty glass and $20 bill and hand it to Shonk. Apparently, you really like
Oh,
the drink.
Oh man.
Why do we always get the crappy bills? I thought when they turned plastic, this wasn't supposed to happen.
Yes, but that's not a $19 drink, my friend. Shitty bill, good tip. Clunk with the glass.
You're all right, you know that? What's it like?
For you, working with Troyan?
We become friends. Kind of nice to have friends. Not that you're unfriendly. Just,
Are you supposed to be friends with your boss, though?
I don't give a shit. If we end up stop being friends and I have to find another job, there's about 200,000 more bars in a 5-minute radius.
I just have to be careful, you know? I don't want to lose this job. Even if the accent's kind of hot. And then he...
Oh,
Oh, shork, McGork.
I don't know her in that sense,
Biblical sense.
but I haven't seen her taking any gentlemen up. Doesn't mean she doesn't, but maybe wait and watch a little longer.
Oh. And then...
oh, schmuck.
just kind of, like, starts going up.
Shock.
Liz, please feel
stoked.
free to correct me, but I also feel like Macros hasn't seen
No,
Troy
I am
bring
living for
1,000
this.
people up.
I am
Okay, good.
so sorry. Oh.
She is hot. You can acknowledge that fact.
I'm gonna... Oh, damn. And he pulls out a cloth and he just starts buffing the bar.
Is it always the same spot
It
on
is
the
always
bar?
the same spot. So there's one
oh.
part of the bar that's just a little shinier than the rest of it.
It has a slight divot.
I was to imagine like this like little groove.
Yeah, he really shocked it.
Oh my God.
Are you two returning?
Yes.
Yeah.
So are you leaving?
Yes.
Okay, let me go circle back to Dante for just a second because I want to see exactly how he leaves.
That
You're
is
probably heading
fair.
back to the bar now, right? Is that where
Yeah,
you're headed?
in her same roundabout route.
All right.
Boy.
Seeing that Apotheosis has gone back to her soldering, or is going back to her soldering.
She hasn't quite dismissed you, but
Well-
there's definitely this like there's some agitation on her end.
For sure.
Do you want to roll your wits insight?
I would love to. Yeah. Yes.
Do you want to win sight?
You win sight.
It's 2
You
rage
li-
dice. Here it comes.
2 rage dice?
I'm buying up wits next time,
Oh
guys.
boy.
Wait, why are you?
2 successes. It's a surprise sometimes. Wait, where are you?
Her frustration is only a bit towards you.
Okay.
It's mostly with herself, and she's very clearly lying about nothing is complicated for me.
That's fair. Okay. I feel like Dante turns to go and then turns back, and there's a little bit of like, fuck, should I leave yet? I don't know. There's a little bit of that going on. I don't spend a lot of time in as a wolf. In fact, I think the last time I did was in the Umbra. Feels more appropriate somehow to me.
You are who you are.
We can be many things.
But not peers.
Sometimes I just feel things. Didn't you want me to be more intuitive? I feel that there's a gulf between us. And I don't think I need to apologize for that.
No one asked you for an apology.
No, I suppose you didn't. I don't want there to be a gulf between us. I feel like there is. I've spent so long trying to get away from this place, and then trying not to be a part of this place because I was worried about what it might look like. You say it's not complicated, but it is. Same coin, 2 sides.
Okay. How do I close this gap?
I think I expected you to say that. And I don't know if there's anything you have to do. I really don't.
Do you want to know why I lead this place? And she puts the soldering iron back in the holder. Because I'm not content with telling everyone else what to do. Because I do something, and I expect everyone else to run aside or behind me. And so if there is a goal, I would never expect you to be the one to figure it out. Not alone.
I like that. Yeah. That's good. That's the kind of thing you want to hear from the leader of a cairn, from a galliard, from someone who's going to win a challenge.
Let me win the challenge first. And then we'll find out what this gulf is. And whether you truly have a place here by my side or otherwise.
Oh shit. Is that a challenge for me? You think I don't have a place here?
I think I don't know what to think about you, Dante, sometimes. I think I trust you. And I think I know that you belong here. But there are other things that I'm not so sure of. You're guided by your heart. I still don't know if I have one.
Your heart's not, He points to the circuit board, whatever she's soldering.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to find your heart there. Just a thought.
She doesn't answer.
I'm going to go talk to my pack. And I'm going to see you again really soon.
Tell them I said hi.
Tell to the moon, fuck you. There's like a laugh, like a little bit of a, haha, we have that kind of relationship.
I'll do that.
Okay. And he turns. And he leaves.
Does he maybe hit the door because he wasn't expecting there to be one? So he kind of walks straight into
like
it.
a fucking buffoon. He's just like, who put this here? Ugh.
Is it time for a break?
I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I have to go
Break
walk into
before?
a door. Yeah.
You gotta see a man about a door.
I got. If I don't walk into it, I won't know how to play it, you know? Wee!
You?
John, do you need anything?
Nope, no thank you.
Thanks, Blue.
I just need...
Oh.
What, Blue?
Thank you.
Oh, Blue.
Yes.
Blues, blues, blues.
Some of us blue.
Woo! Taking a short break?
But we're not going to have the party split, so you know there are certain things that are.
Yay. We like to get more one-on-one time with NPCs rather than 3-on-1 time with NPCs, you know?
Really?
It's good. It's I think it works. Says me anyway. Fill the goal. Oh, there was something that came up way earlier that I was like, oh, I'll address it on break. Now I can't remember. It might have been poutine related. But I can't remember now. It's cute. Yeah.
I mean, if there was something that you wanted to bring up here, did it have anything to do with your future streams? Did it have anything to do with your character's motivations or actions? Did it have anything to do with us?
Hashtag John. No future. Oh, yes, I did want to. Yes, DJ Quiver. I don't know what the poutine situation is like in Massachusetts, but I hope you're able to find some. Ideally, fresh cheese curds on top. I'm not going to say that you can't make something akin to poutine without it. I'm going to say not the same. So take a look for that when you get there. Massachusetts. Anyway. Us. Ooh. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna be right back. It was about that actually. I just wanted to wish DJ Quiver a good trip.
Quiver. So a poutine, for those of you out there who may or may not know what it is a dish that is generally attributed to the province where we are in, Quebec, which are French fries, brown gravy, and cheese curds. Cheese curds being a very specific way of preparing cheese. Some call it squeaky cheese. There are other kinds of poutine out there. Sometimes you add additional ingredients. Popular ones include certain meats or vegetables, different kinds of cheese. But in general, if it isn't fries, brown gravy, and cheese curds, then it's not really a poutine, it's something else. I mean, I've heard the term disco fries, for instance, if you're leaving out the gravy. I've seen people put like mozzarella on poutine as opposed to cheese curds, which like you can, but it's just not the same. Interesting that this is what people are getting out of it. Just waiting for Kate to return to that. For some reason in my featured chat I have like the wrong things here.
Yes. Are you talking about poutine, Erwin? Because yes, cheese curds should get melted by hot gravy.
Yeah. Ranty Hedgehog likes the mood of the campaign, but what I find interesting is that Erwin is saying, me too, it's so social, which is kind of unexpected for a werewolf campaign, but that makes me love it more. I mean, yeah, I guess it is kind of social. But is that different for us? Are you eating cheese curds right now? I don't even... Is that a Timbit? Or the equivalent, like a donut hole, essentially?
A robin's egg from Robin's Donuts.
They call it Robin's Eggs?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's true that we are in session 14. And, like, hasn't been a whole lot of killing. But... Political Guru game. So Ellie Spot has a Swedish dish with fried potatoes, cubes of a particular cured Swedish hard cheese, and melted butter. It is nothing even remotely like poutine.
Okay, that sounds amazing though. But that could also be because fried potatoes are amazing.
Oh, featured chat isn't implemented on this one, is it? Either that or something's weird because it's not coming up, but that's okay. I don't think it's a problem.
I didn't even know like what notes to take for the Apotheosis Dante scene. I just said, things get strange and sexy.
I'm not the only one.
That's strange.
Ellie Spot would know. Ellie Spot would know.
Are we still talking about things to put on fries?
Apparently.
Okay. I had... Right. The last time we were in Britain, I had... I don't remember if they called them garlic fries or something similar, but it was basically like a garlic sauce on chips, which was wild to me, but then I was like, oh, duh, I love both of these things.
McDonald's apparently right now has like herbs and garlic fries.
Huh?
What?
I don't know. I haven't had the opportunity. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway.
So all of you have returned to the bar by this point?
See.
Well, Macros stayed at the bar? Trying to Dante return?
Yeah.
What are your moods?
I feel like Dante is halfway between like kicking a rock and just kind of set, firm jaw. Somewhere in between those two things.
Speaking of set and firm jaw, by the way, when you were holding up the cards for the safety demonstration, you looked so fucking intense. What was that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I might have been.
It was very much a.
I might have been trying to keep my face from, because there was some technical kind of like bips and bops
Yeah.
during it, and I was wondering if I was maybe trying to keep
Yeah, we were
myself
trying
from-
not to be distracting. Maybe we were trying
Maybe.
to be like as
Yeah.
neutral as possible and
as
neutral.
as a wax figure that's come to life. Sometimes my face just sets, as you are well aware.
No wonder I like candle play with you.
Oh my god! Jack be
10
nimble. Oh, 10 get. Okay, good. I'm sorry.
What were you talking about?
No, nothing.
Oh my god!
Anyway, that's where Dante's
So
at.
that's where Dante's at. Macros?
Kind of annoyed, but that's kind of par for the course.
Alright.
Macros is default state annoyed. Troyan?
Troyan, I think, seems like she's trying to like hype herself up for a conversation that she really doesn't want to have. So she's got like jaw set in grim determination.
Okay, I'm gonna ask all of you to roll me a give me a roll. So I'm gonna ask for a composure insight from everybody.
Does this have anything to do with motives, John?
No. Oh, Dante's spent willpower.
4 for me.
4,
2 successes.
2, 2. Okay,
Two.
Troyan. Shonk's avoiding your gaze.
Why?
I'm so proud of her for noticing.
Shonk's avoiding your gaze a little bit, and there's definitely a little flush here and there, but you also recognize that Macros and all of you recognize each other's like specific emotional states as you just described them to me.
Okay.
But yeah, very specifically trying with the 4 successes. Shonk's definitely like, and for what it's worth, he is working extra efficiently right now.
So then she's not gonna break that flow.
Let him sweat a little bit, you know what I mean?
She's like, I cannot deal with this right now, whatever it is. If Macros is still at the booth, she'll go and join her.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with him? Pointing to Shonk.
He's fine.
I mean, he's not
my
fine.
tale to tell, but he's like, he's fine. He's genuinely fine. His life isn't in any sort of upset. He's probably a little bit embarrassed. But
Right.
again, it's his tale to tell if you really want to wrench it out of him.
Is this something that I want to or need to know?
No,
Great.
really
And then and she just like looks around for a drink, realizes she doesn't have one, and just goes fuck. Drink. Do you want something to?
sure.
Uh,
Something difficult. Because Macros has decided that Troyan needs a little bit of a distraction from whatever the fuck's going on with her.
Dante is in the middle of ordering drinks, but can be interrupted if you want, because as the camera goes back, he's in the middle of ordering 3 pints. Just like,
Vodka. Ugh.
whoa, hello! God damn. We're not leaving here tonight. No, he's in the middle of ordering 3 pints of Saint Ambroise apricot. which is a nice, delicious fruity beer. But of course, can be interrupted if Troya needs something to make or whatever.
I think Troyan's gonna get out the blender and start making a strawberry daiquiri for Macris.
Okay, 2 of these are for me then. Well, maybe Sean can get. No, okay. Okay, 3 pints and a strawberry daiquiri.
Clonk.
I should ask, did you just go and pull those pints by yourself?
Oh no, I was ordering them from Sean.
Okay.
I should say. I don't feel that. Like, this is session 130.
Sean probably would have been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Get the hell out of here, you piece
Yeah,
of
no,
shit.
absolutely not. That would not be.
Invisible line.
That would not
I
be
can't
allowed.
cross. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
No, Macris is getting like the entire pitcher put in front of her.
You're not going.
Yeah,
for
the
a spicy
blender,
margarita?
like thing. Yeah.
Margarita with a couple of dashes of Tabasco sauce in it.
No, her brain went to strawberry daiquiri, and that's where it's going. That's where it's staying.
but we'll bring them over after, I think, yeah. Unless we're gonna go through the entire process of you making it, or okay, cool.
No.
Dante kind of clonks 3 pints down at the booth as well. Yeah, and distributes them, and then there's also a daiquiri coming in, huh?
Yeah, she slides the daiquiri over to Macris.
Nice. You know, I can respect that.
She takes one of the pints.
Cheers herself.
Goes for a cheers with both of Macris's glasses, yeah. Alright, guys. I can go first. I feel like we got a dish. Yeah? There's a lot going on. And he kind of
I
looks
got lots to drink, so I got plenty of time to listen.
Go for it.
I just see the path forward getting a little more complicated is all. Alice wanted us to speak to Goose. I just went and talked to Apotheosis. I wanted to warn her about To the Moon's challenge. Whether or not that's sporting, I don't really care. Downstream needs warriors. It needs people to protect it. I'm not going to force anyone to do anything they don't want to do. But I think I have to be a part of it. And as a pack, I want to give us all time to think about what that place might mean to us. It means a lot to me. And it could be a second home for all of us. We don't need to rush into anything. Like I said, we're supposed to speak with Goose. Apotheosis and To the Moon need to have out their little whatever they're having. I probably do too.
I mean, if they need help, I think they can contact me. So, like, I'm down in that sense. But I'm not sure about full on joining.
Yeah.
To the Moon pisses me off a bit too much. I think I'd punch a hole in a wall every day.
That is fair.
Wouldn't last long.
That's the thing, isn't it? About being a part of a sept. It's gonna be people you don't get along with. Right? But I hear you. And like I said, I think our strength lies in the fact that we don't have these ties to places that have sunk into too much history. I just know that my path forward takes me to downstream.
I'm cool with that.
In your ideal scenario, is Apotheosis the leader or are you?
I can't see that far ahead.
You might have to.
I went there to find out if Apotheosis had a vision for the future, and she does. And that's good.
It's a vision you agree with.
Yeah, it is. But as soon as it's not, we've seen what happens when when thinking engine is used to a purpose that is counter to what we're trying to do. We've all seen what happened there, and we've all seen what the outcome is, and we've seen the pain that it causes to the world. And so I think I don't necessarily have to be the only protector, the lone wolf over there guarding Thinking Engine from evildoers, but I just want to make sure it's in the right hands.
Macros shot off a text during this, finally responding to the one that came in earlier.
Okay. Hey, Apotheosis, did you say something to piss off Dante? No, JK.
Dante being cranky pants. What's up?
Interesting.
John, can you put the music down just slightly? I'm just finding it's louder than Kate right now for me.
The on the subject of challenges for leader, apparently our good friend, with a bit of a side glance at Troyan that isn't entirely contained, Jennifer came up at Cleaves the Lie.
Oh, shit. How do you
Came
know?
in feeling sorry for himself, like, you know, everything's a lost cause. He's old and can't lead anymore.
But he's
Boo-hoo,
alive.
boo-hoo.
She challenged him.
Oh, he didn't look hurt in the slightest.
Shit. Still got it.
Yeah.
I said I'd head up and chat with some folks, because apparently even he isn't talking much to Goose these days. So, you know, downstream may be low on people power. And Weatherstorm seems low on community.
Mm.
That's my news.
Jennifer mentioned that she and Dew and Cleaves the Lie would occasionally challenge each other for leadership if they were in a situation where one of them was more appropriate for that position. And often it wouldn't even be a challenge. It would just be, I should be taking the lead in this moment.
Well, she couldn't get downstream, so guess she wants something.
No, I can see it. It feels like there's been a stalemate for so long that someone would want to try to push everybody into a new place.
What I don't understand is, why does Goose speak to us?
That's
and
what he
not
was
the
wondering
Sept
too.
members? Why? Is she holding a grudge against them?
Well, something happened there. Something pretty awful. And I don't think it's impossible that whatever happened there hurt Goose. Now,
Well,
I
she
have nothing-
is injured. She's literally injured.
Sure, but I figured that was the suffering that the mountain, that Gaia is undergoing, sort of, that she's been taking it on as the mother figure that she is. But yeah, maybe it's a more direct cause. And until they want to let us in on what happened, we're going to have to go and kick some sense into them and just get them to bury whatever hatchet this is. It's not easy, and I get it, but they got to start taking strides forward.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go knock some heads together until one of them spills their guts in frustration. So,
If anyone can make them see sense, it's you.
yeah, he had some very nice things to say about me. Felt like,
Cleaves the Lie had nice things to say about you.
yeah. I think it was just born out of a place of self-hatred.
Oh. Well,
I don't know.
I that sucks. I feel like you deserve
I
honest compliments.
mean, he expressed them in a genuine manner. I just think that he's struggling.
There's so many people kissing our asses these days.
Yeah, we're up and comers.
Do they just need numbers behind their own bids for leadership?
Theosis does.
To the moon certainly did.
Yeah, Slade probably does too. When we go, Macros, I don't want to presume, but I would like to come with you. I want us to go as a pack.
Yes,
so
so
that we can speak to
Sure.
Goose again. But I'll let you do the head knocking.
it's leverage we have.
Is it?
Their
Oh,
cairn
oops.
spirit will only speak to us, 3 members of a pack, but not their sept. 3 newcomers. So maybe
We're
they
better
should
than
trust
you
us.
are.
We have something they don't. Something they need if they're going to protect that place.
That's true. Okay. Well then, we're well, decided anyway. I want everybody to. Anyway, just we'll think on it. But that sounds like a plan. I like knocking
Macros
heads together. Because it
shoots off another text. Sorry.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
If nothing else, we're gonna need an army for Clamata. An army to do something,
Yeah.
but anyway, that's. I'm still thinking about what our best line is there. But
Yeah, I don't want to just chase them out of the city. I want to end them.
yeah, me too.
Same.
Well,
everything-
look at Troyan.
Is everything all right with your phone, Macros?
Oh, I think someone's trying to furtively ask for my attention. Same caller as earlier. They still haven't officially identified themselves.
Oh, you're not one to play coy, I imagine.
Me?
I don't know. Hey, what you do in your time to yourself is none of my business, really.
I can
She's
really tell
like
the difference in the
intentionally-
drinks too. That's
No,
great.
very good.
Intentionally, like, yeah. She's being a bit of an asshole about it, but yeah.
I mean, Dante just kind of shrugs it off and looks at Troyan. Where you been?
I was speaking to Guy Boucher.
Okay.
Oh god. He is the one who facilitated my move from New York to here. He helped me with the bar purchase. He's the only one who knows any of my acquaintances from New York.
You don't feel like you owe him anything.
I owe him a great deal, but I was...
But he doesn't make you feel like that, I hope.
No. But I was meeting him because I needed to know if any of our friends have been in town lately, because earlier today I got this. She throws the envelope, which has the patch falls out that
Thank you,
says
yep.
I Heart New York.
Little chintz
Does
from
that
New York City.
belong to someone you know?
No.
You didn't know someone who was fond of collecting patches?
No.
I do.
Cool jean jacket.
I'm trying to think of the least convoluted way to tell this story.
Dante looks at his still mostly full drink.
She takes a big drink of her own
Doesn't have to be
pint.
least convoluted.
I have concerns that someone or something could be following me from New York. And that this is sort of a mocking gesture.
Any new moons down there?
Remind me who New Moons would be?
Megabashes.
I don't think you'd established.
Yeah, I hadn't, so I'm just trying to think.
Basically, is there anyone that would likely, like, be an asshole and pull your leg.
No.
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 No, no one who would do this. When I lived in England, I met someone, and she invited me to come back to New York with her. That's where she lived, and I went with her. We were there for a few years. This was before my first change, by the way. And it started out great. And then I started getting the feeling that she was hiding something from me. And one night we were out walking, and we were followed by someone. And she must have realized who it was, or at least had some sense. She told me to run. And I said, no, I'm not running. And she said it again. And she started to change right before my eyes, and I suddenly couldn't do anything but obey that. So I ran. And it took a few blocks before I realized that was idiotic. How could I leave her? So I turned and I ran back. And by the time...
The delirium is irresistible, Troyan.
There'd been a
Don't
fight.
blame yourself.
There'd been a fight. And she was gone. And I saw red. So I changed. And I attacked this form, this person, this creature, I don't know. And it was all just a blur, it was a mess. And the people who found me later were Black Furies. They were friends. Tribe mates. And they helped me out. They couldn't find the person, whoever it was that I'd been attacking, and so we all just... They assumed, and maybe I told myself, that I must have killed them. I was so angry. So they helped me as best they could for some 6 months. And then when it became really clear that I couldn't stay, it was too much. Everything just kept reminding me of her. And that's when I moved here. Living in denial that whoever that was gone. They had to be. I'm Black Fury, a Rune. I wouldn't have let them live, even if I can't remember. And now there's this. She points at the patch. So, there's a very good chance that they're here. Or they will be soon.
Good. Then we can kill him.
Oh, thank God for you, Macros.
I don't think anyone had an easy first change, Troyan, but that sounds like hell. I'm really sorry about her.
Thank
I'll always be curious to know more, but we don't have to talk about it right now.
If I don't talk about it, I want you to know it's not because I don't trust you. It's still a little, raw.
Yeah, it might be for a while. I imagine. I can only imagine. But Macris is right. That's, if you want something to focus on, it's that if something is coming, and that is an if, we're going to get through it, because we're going to deal with it, all of us. I assume you didn't think we were going to start running when we heard this.
I didn't. But I want you to know that I didn't stop. I didn't ask you to be in a pack because I wanted somebody else to deal with my problems. I just needed you to hear that. I needed to say that out loud.
That'd be a really shitty reason to have people to be in a pack.
Think about it. Make up your mind. Let me know. If you want the pleasure of that kill, it'll be yours. I will keep them suffering until you arrive if I'm the first to find them.
Fuck yeah.
Whoever it is very, very powerful. Have you ever heard of stolen moons?
Have I ever heard of stolen moons?
Shall I fill you in?
Yeah,
Roll me
please.
your intelligence occult, please.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh, that's a good move for you.
I'm just gonna say Macris doesn't, because she has no occult.
That it is fair. Stolen moons aren't the sort of thing that are like, part of your official training.
Part of our national heritage. Four successes. I mean, Guru Nation. Okay. 4 successes.
All right. 4 successes?
Yes, sir.
That should be enough for you to know what a stolen moon is. All Guru are werewolves, but not all werewolves are Guru. Some who can take the form of wolf or human attain that ability illicitly. Abhorrent rituals involving the taking of Guru skins, strange promises to unwholesome spirits, and inexplicable curses all may confer some amount of shapeshifting ability. Still, shapeshifting itself is not what makes a Guru, and these stolen moons have little in common with the actual chosen of Gaia. The most perverse among the stolen moons exult in bloody carnage. Others have more personal motives, from envy of actual Guru to seeking forbidden ways to solve problems. In any case, they are usually misguided and pitiable, but no less dangerous for it all, especially to beings in their immediate vicinity. Those werewolves who aren't full Guru can't take the more nuanced forms of the Hispo or Glabro. They have no patron spirits, and they might not have any awareness of the Umbra at all, let alone ability to access the spirit wilds or see spirits. Stolen moons have often misunderstood the nature of the bargains they've made, or the horrible rite they've somehow worked, and they suffer in the aftermath of what they've done to themselves, with physical pain or mental anguish, and often both. Some want revenge on the world for their own ruinous choices. Others want to settle cruel vendettas against people who wronged them. They all seem to hate the Guru, probably for having a better handle on what it means to be a werewolf. If only they knew.
God damn.
So Troyan would very gratefully look at Dante if it looked like he knew what was going on to explain to Macris. I
Yeah.
don't know if there's like portions of that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
would
I think
feel comfortable.
he would essentially share the essence of someone who somehow managed to steal shape-shifting ability through a rite, through maybe strange sort of magic or science, perhaps. Or he would understand it as through rites. How do you know? Why would you think that?
And heads up, I'm not going to go into detail about this. The way that Portia was killed suggested some other motive. The other guru who found us, this was their best guess. They thought maybe she knew for a long time she was being hunted. Maybe that's part of the reason why she went to the UK. And I will never know. So, they could be... Just saying, I still want to end them where I failed before. But it might be harder than we think.
Macros, your phone is starting to vibrate a lot.
Macros
Blow up a little bit?
have a ringtone that we would hear?
Macros shows her phone.
Whoa!
I mean, not John. It's
I am
obviously
under
a text.
attack, Champlain Bridge, military or something like it. I need help.
Oh,
I'm going. I think it's any percent.
She gets up. Downs the rest.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, yes, Dante's
Apricot.
You gotta savor it, man. What I want to do is down the drink and then just smash the glass on the table. But like, he's not just gonna break a glass randomly in a bar. If we were outside, maybe it'd be different. Anyway, whatever.
Roll me your rage.
Oh,
Just two. Your rage
Rage
is
dice?
two? Yeah.
Yes.
Just roll me two.
one success.
Yeah, I don't have automatic
Fine.
notifications on for that channel. Sorry, John. Thank you for
that's-
telling me.
I intended for you to notice it when I told you.
Ah, perfect.
So it's not like they've been sitting there for 5 minutes and you've just been like, doot, doot.
They could be dead. Yeah. Fucking, Dante. Gaia? Who? Dante slams his glass down and
Oh, Gaia's here.
break.
Hi.
Oh my god.
Ah! There's a little bug on the
Well,
bar.
now the apocalypse has definitely happened. Macros stopped touching her drinks the second Troyan started speaking. So, yeah. But she's busting towards whichever door is closest to wherever Troyan usually parks, but isn't presuming that the car will come into play.
Oh yeah, car's
Perfectly
coming
happy
into
to
play.
just run.
Nice.
Great.
Come on.
The Champlain Bridge, huh?
Yep.
Ah, a gambling woman you are.
Notoriously
time of
not
day.
traffic ridden at all, you know, an island city with like 6 bridges total or something
Yeah.
Actually,
pathetically
we're not
short.
that far from
small.
the Champlain Bridge, are we?
No,
No.
we're not.
Oh, maybe we should run. Maybe we should run. Sorry.
Maybe we should... We're not that close either.
Do you want to see?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be worth it.
Oh, I was gonna be like, how far is it? But
How?
yes,
Far is it? Time
it's
for
actually
everyone's
the one
favorite
that leads
game
to downstream, isn't it? Or like near it?
Yeah, I always get the bridges mixed up in this city.
Yeah, same.
You are here currently.
Mhm.
Ding.
Yeah.
Ding.
Oh, cute.
Ding. Jacques Cartier is over here.
That's the one I'm
Not-
thinking
That's
of.
probably the one you're thinking
Yeah.
of.
Shit, that was the
Yeah.
one I was thinking of.
Oh.
This is the Champlain.
Oh, then that.
Or,
Yeah.
sorry, that's the Victoria Bridge.
Oh, hang on.
The
Where's...
Champlain Bridge is down
Oh
here.
no, it's so far.
Ooh,
All right,
this
we're
was
driving.
that one. Yeah, car.
All right, murder machines, get in this.
Get in, losers. We're going murdering.
Aw, sap.
Yeah.
We're going murdering.
It would probably take you about 15 minutes to drive.
Yep.
Vroom vroom.
Well, better drive fast then.
Volkswagen, go.
Oh,
I'm just as we're going. Dante's kind of looking after Macros. How sure are we that this is any percent?
it's someone that's been texting me, and Macros will just hand her phone over to Dante with all of the messages, which can be seen in our Discord chat.
That's what I'm gonna do now.
It's just Bacchus constantly writing, "Hey, you up?
God damn it!
Up?"
Oh no, not those chicks.
And she doesn't care. She hopes that Dante knows her well enough to know her humor.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. I can't believe if he was insulted, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, I guess. You're right. It could be him. It sounds like him, but hard to know. I thought he was out of the city.
I thought so too.
God damn it.
Technically, the Champlain Bridge is leading out of the city.
Hmm. Yeah, he could be coming back.
Yeah, it's true too. Military or something.
That or it's a trap.
All right, let's find out how quickly you managed to get there. This is going to be a composure drive. No, resolve drive, sorry.
Go. Can I help? By pressing the pedals? I'm kidding.
Wait,
Three
you
kids.
crawl underneath.
Three kids in a trench coat style. We're all operating different parts of the moving vehicle. What is this? Oh!
It's a brutal outcome.
I love it.
Because you could re-roll
Yeah.
that die, but that doesn't really
You
help
can't
much.
re-roll a
You
brutal
can't
outcome.
re-roll a brutal
You
outcome.
can't re-roll a rage dice in a brutal outcome.
But it's an automatic fail no matter what.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
right, that's
brutal
right.
outcome. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Well, maybe you're intending to cause damage with this drive.
Well, you take a
I am
fast turn into a street that should exist. That should be fine. You know, it was fine yesterday. You drove past it yesterday, but now there's construction.
Okay. Well. Okay. Well.
That's good, right?
Yeah, we take a swing around the corner, and then the car just rolls. You know,
Absolutely.
it's an
totaling
action
the car,
movie.
yeah.
There's
Oh,
so
no.
many things that could happen.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Then I suppose we're just gonna have to see how this goes, aren't we? As the car starts approaching the bridge, there is absolutely no way that you are getting on this bridge properly. It seems like traffic has been backed up even off the bridge and beyond. Now, Montrealers who find that the Champlain Bridge is backed up usually will head to another bridge if they have to, but maybe something has closed the bridge down.
She looks for a place to pull the car over.
So as you are looking to pull the car over, you see the lights of police cars, and they're trying to direct everybody to just leave the area to move as opposed to stop. Now, I'm going to give you two options.
Okay.
You can either drive the car on the shoulder and bust through, or you are unable to pull over, and you're going to have to deal with police who will stop you first. Those are your two options for your brutal outcome.
So
Either you bust through the barricade and keep going, or you are forced to stop far from your destination and encounter police who are going to interfere with you before you get a chance to get onto the bridge itself.
it's okay.
There's as soon as we notice the traffic, suddenly instead of a Macros human, there's a Irish Wolfhound in the front seat.
Yay. Like our weird little family.
And begins pawing at the door handle.
Tran leans over and lets her out because presumably Macros was riding shotgun.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah,
Macros is tall.
Okay. Letting her out.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
need an answer as to which one you.
Yeah.
which
So
one
I think
resulted in
Troyan
failure here.
Troyan is gonna keep going and deal with the police rather than get them all into more shit. So she's gonna let Macros out of the car if she wants to get out of the car.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, the dog jumps out of the car and starts running down the bridge. Possibly causing alarm.
The police are not pleased with this. Your dog. This would all be in French, by the way.
Troyan also responds in French, but is with a France accent, not a Quebecois accent. Oh no, she can figure out how to open the doors. Is there somewhere where I can pull it over the car and just I'll get out some treats and I'll try to get her to come back.
No one can get on the bridge. You have to leave the area.
What do I do about my dog?
That's not my problem. Get out.
She turns the car around if she can.
So there's so much traffic up at this point that it's going to take you at least 20 minutes.
They're telling her to get out. She's trying. Okay.
I'll see if I can get Mac back. And
You can't go on the bridge, sir.
yeah, but neither could my dog, buddy. And Dante is going to, in defiance of the police officer, step out
Oh my
and
God.
start calling for Mac. Mac, get back here.
All right. Why don't
ready.
you try me? This is going to be manipulation etiquette.
Okay. One success.
Not brutal outcome.
No, not this time. Not this time. I can reroll it.
The police won't immediately try to wrestle you to the ground. Macros, where are you going?
The dog is sprinting off down the bridge, if at all possible.
Oh yeah, and still the wolf just looks like a dog.
Yeah, wolf dog.
Well done.
Yeah.
Get
so
back in the
my,
car. Get back in the car. And now like another cop is coming over. Like, what is going on? You have to get out of here.
What the fuck is going on over there? That's my dog, man! And just pointing. I'm making a scene at this point.
There's an attack on the bridge.
Whoa!
Now, here's the thing about the Champlain Bridge. For people who haven't, been to the Champlain Bridge, it is not a flat bridge. It is, in fact, a hill, which means that you can't see down the entire length of the bridge from where you are. You can only see a little bit, in fact.
John, we're at the side of the, we're like in the middle of traffic at the entrance to the bridge.
Mhm.
I feel like this is Dante trying to calculate these odds really quickly. If I ran and leapt over into the water below,
Okay.
could I swim across? Now I would probably
Across the river?
Yeah, I'd probably shift to make this happen.
Okay, well, first of all, if you don't shift to make this happen, you'll fucking die.
I might be a really good swimmer. I'm not. I'm
To swim across the St. Lawrence River is a huge undertaking.
It's a big endeavor.
It's
especially at
not
this point.
easy water to swim in at all. It is freezing.
October.
You are October. This is not like just, even though it's unseasonable weather, you would be in a lot of trouble. I would be making you roll stamina every round.
Okay.
And you'd also be a lot slower than if you ran.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's still an option.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you want to try it, but
Well,
this is a also, once you're in the water, how are you planning on getting back up?
I'd probably go to the other side. It's not wild.
That would take you, like, even if you shifted, even if you were, that would take you hours to
Okay.
cross the St.
all
Lawrence.
right. That makes sense.
It's like, I think it's like a.
I don't remember how wide it is at that portion because it depends on the bridge, right?
Yeah. Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
Probably
Not happening. Okay, cool. See, this is good because I could have just said.
Yeah, that's the
I'd
one
do
that
it.
runs from Nuns Island. So, yeah.
The width of Champlain, the length of the Champlain Bridge is 3.5 kilometers.
It's a spicy meatball.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a long way to swim.
All right. With the cops kind of in Dante's face, he's going to turn around and motion to Troyan to like get over there as soon as you can, and maybe just shrugs and like points at the car, like, who cares? He's going to try to take off onto the bridge as well, past.
I'm gonna
officers.
give you a hint that may not actually help you at all. How about that?
Okay.
You shift, and delirium will start taking over. People won't necessarily remember that you were there, and they also won't necessarily remember what you did. But you are going to attract some attention.
Well, that's already happening, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, we need to get over there because we don't know, and I want to make sure that Macros isn't alone in this. So Dante's going to shift to Glabro and start.
Does Delirium only set in with Krynos, or could we shift to Glabro?
Oh, that's sorry. That is a good question. Thank you.
Yeah, because Krynos, as its notes on the character sheet mentions, causes delirium.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Delirium very specifically. I'm just making sure
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
have
of
all
course,
the
Yeah, for this
'cause-
version.
versioning. When a human, animal, or other non-supernatural onlooker observes something that obviously reveals an individual as Guru, such as changing shape, especially into the Krynos war form,
Okay.
the onlooker is likely to panic, flee, or even lapse into catatonia. Even afterward, once they regain their senses, affected individuals rationalize what they saw or block the memories entirely. So the thing is, if you approach somebody in Glabro, that wouldn't necessarily inflict delirium. Shift in front of them, and that could.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Because they'd be like, why is this person growing in size and muscle in front of me and
Yeah.
getting more hirsute?
Then that's the plan. Dante is going to start bodily knocking into the people who are trying to keep him, kind of pressure him back, and then shift to Glabro, which I will make my rage check for. Did not make it. And start racing up. the
Okay.
bridge past
Right.
her.
Troyan is gonna turn off her car, open the door,
Get back in the car!
slams it, and as
What the
she
fuck is that?
slams the door, she shifts into Glabro.
I'll remind you that it's a new night.
Yeah. Well. This
And then
is the
she
time.
howls.
Yeah, this is the time, right? I don't know about. I imagine Macros hears two howls from behind her on the bridge as well.
Gain rage.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, there we go.
Macros, you haven't held yet?
Not yet. Saving it.
All right, Macros, but you are ahead of them. Lupus is a faster form than these others, plus you have a little bit of a head start. As you are racing along the bridge, you can see that cars are being forced to turn around and leave, and you can see the same kinds of vans that were approaching Theo's place when you were there before, but there's 4 of them.
There's definitely a growl as she continues to run. And she's going to sort of, based on where they're positioned, she's going to pick which lane of traffic she's going to sort of scoot into so that she's in a less directly obvious lane.
There are 3 of these soldiers who are standing in front of the sort of line of these cars, kind of like an advanced guard. And you hear, with your exceptional Lupus hearing, wolf, dog approaching, contact. And they start leveling their weapons at you.
I dodge behind a vehicle.
Okay. Gunfire erupts. Chunks of the pavement start going up, and you can hear dents and hisses as various parts of the car get lit up. What do you do?
I'm going to dart around away, see if they start to pursue. So back towards the city.
So
with
you're
my friends.
trying to get them to follow you.
Yeah.
All right. With what purpose?
Yeah, so if there's a whole bunch of them attacking someone, if I can get some quantity of them to now come after me, then that's hopefully helping. But yeah,
So
they've seen me
you're pulling people away
yeah.
because they were just
Yeah.
guarding the
Yeah, exactly. So I want to see if they will pursue.
Okay. As you start to run, and you're trying to make a show of it, so why don't we say that that's going to be a manipulation leadership, but it's only going to be 1 success that you need.
Not brutal. 2 successes.
They absolutely start following you.
Great.
Each of them. We have another one.
Stay in Lupus for now. Dodging between cars.
All right, dexterity athletics, please. As more gunfire starts to go along the bridge, it will take you some time to catch up.
That's fair.
successes.
I'm gonna spend the willpower.
Yeah.
John, could I make a case for having another rage on the drive over? Like, getting fucking pissed from the story, but also from, like, now what do you mean those goddamn van people are back?
Sure.
Those
Yeah?
goddamn.
Sure. If everybody wants that, you can add 1 rage.
Boop.
Yeah.
But that means, Macros,
Yeah.
you'll have to re-roll. So remove
Yeah.
your... regain
Yeah,
your willpower.
I'll regain my willpower,
and then
reroll,
make
and
the
see what
roll
happens.
with now
Thank
3
you.
rage.
Thank you.
I'll try to get better about mentioning it earlier.
No,
It's all
that's
right.
good. Not brutal, so I can reroll, and I will.
And I will.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Mhm.
I suppose I needed to roll. Durr.
Roll for a gun.
Yep. No, they miss you.
Take me.
I think that they're also trying to make sure that they're not firing too far into a crowd. So you are going to succeed as with the sounds of with the chattering sounds of gunfire, though. As you are heading up the bridge, you can hear screams behind you. This is not a sound you would typically encounter in Montreal. But you can see now, just in the distance, Macros cresting the hill point to see, and then the soldiers may or may not crest at any moment. But Macros is now running back towards you.
My goal is to pull them a certain distance and then try to outsmart them and loop back. That's my ultimate tactic.
Nice.
Okay. 2 of you.
I want to. I may get unlucky with this. Well, I'll ask: has all the traffic been stopped up to this point? Are there still people?
There's no one
There's no
able
one
to try to make it onto the bridge.
Okay.
There are some people who are still trying to make it off the bridge, and now that there's gunfire, they're starting to panic and creating, unfortunately, more of a deadlock than there was before.
That's fair. Are there any like obstacles or abandoned cars in front of us as we're racing onto the as we're racing up? Like, is there anything? Well, is there any cover to take or any abandoned cars?
Well, there's certainly cars. Abandoned cars? By now, yes, there would be.
Okay, cool. I want to duck behind one and motion to Troyan to help me push this one up. We're gonna start
she
pushing it
does.
as active cover for the shooters.
The 2 of you in Glabro would have no trouble pushing even a large car. So, yeah, no problem.
Okay.
You can start pushing that up, Macros.
There's a car coming towards you.
Great. I'm gonna dart around and join my friends in Team Glabro.
Team Glabro.
Rage check. I succeed. Huzzah.
Nice.
Nope, not Krynos Glabro.
Whoa.
There we go.
Any sign of any percent?
Not yet.
It's them.
Got
isn't it?
3 of them. Got 3 of them pulled, but there's 4 vans, so there's a lot of trouble here.
It's gonna be a big fight. Fuck them up. The plan is to get this car to the top of the hill and shove it down towards the people who are firing on us to cause chaos.
The hill is
I mean,
a
it's
kilometer and a half into the bridge. So that's not
So that's
quite,
no way. Okay, all right.
quite
All right.
the plan. It is shielding you from bullets. That's a pretty good thing.
That's good.
But the thing is, imagine that the hill is just
Yeah.
it's kind of like a slope
And then
and then down.
Okay.
So if you assume that any percent or whoever you think it is further along the bridge, it's still a distance.
Okay.
Macros didn't reach there.
that's true.
She got to the outer perimeter and then was sighted, and they started firing at her.
Okay. Dante is going to withdraw the sort of like his gun, his sidearm. I just wish this was bigger. And gets ready to start firing on these guys as well. I
Okay.
probably need to get a little closer.
once we get close enough to one of the vans, which might take a while, Troyan might try to see if anybody left the keys in the ignition.
Oh, plenty. Any of the abandoned cars.
How about one of the
potentially
vans?
did. Oh, a van?
One of the
Roll me a die
baddies'
of luck.
vans specifically. She wants one of the bad vans.
Oh, you'd have to get past the soldiers who are between you and those vans.
Okay, so maybe she will just take it. Well, her drive isn't very good, but that brutal outcome, maybe
Yeah.
I can get another one. All right. Any abandoned car with the keys
Smash.
still in the ignition. What?
7.
Okay, yep. There are cars with ignitions still in. It looks like somebody was just like, oh, fuck it, and got out of the car and
Well,
started racing down the
terrifying,
bridge.
yeah.
There is a pedestrian and cyclist path along the Champlain.
It's true.
It's fenced off.
Oh, no problem. So you're okay.
So she bolts
Yeah.
off and gets in an abandoned car.
Okay. Yeah. And Dante points to this new vehicle with Macros and is just like, come on, let's go.
Yep. Marcus follows.
Yeah, we're gonna leap in. I imagine Dante is like leaping in one of the windows and keeping low
Yeah.
to avoid, getting shot as we try to drive into these people.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, so you are straight up attacking with drive.
Yeah.
Dante's leaning out of the side of the car, firing on them as well. Just he's
Nice.
not shouting, suppressing fire, but
With
that
his
is
tongue
that is
kind of lolling out.
that is the energy.
Very well. Troyan,
Yeah.
dexterity drive.
Can I opt to have not gotten in the car and instead come up like whatever lane she's driving in? I want to be on like a mirrored lane of distance.
Yep,
So that
sure.
we're, like a 2-pronged attack. Great.
What
I'm
is,
running.
just before you roll, I just want. What is your intended action, Macros?
I'm hoping to charge at one of them if I can get close enough.
They're standing all together, so if you're charging one, you're charging all three.
Great. The furthest, the one on the, it's 1, 2, 3. I want the one furthest from the car lane.
Okay, and then Dante,
Yeah.
you're firing at the window.
Yeah.
But you're specifically suppressing fire.
Yes.
So you're trying to protect Macros's approach or your own.
Macroses.
Okay, so you don't have to roll, but you can add a die specifically to any attempt for Macros to avoid damage.
Okay. Cool.
You roll first, Liz.
Come on, brutal outcome. I actually want it.
What?
Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll 2 of them.
I mean, you could.
All right, it's 2 successes.
Okay, 2 successes isn't going to be enough to do damage to them, but they are going to be thrown off their game as they're trying to, again, fire at you and at Macros. Macros, first I'm going to ask you to roll your dexterity athletics to dodge gunfire, and then you'll be able to roll your attack. Sounds good?
And
This
am
is you
I
closing
adding
distance.
am I adding the one from Dante?
You are adding the one from Dante.
Thank you.
And I have
Perfect.
reduced their pool because,
Because there's a car driving towards them.
yeah,
That's 4 successes.
but there are 3 people
Talk
firing
about,
at you.
talk about murder machine, right?
Yeah.
How many successes?
4.
I only rolled 3. Again, chunks of the pavement start like coming up, and you feel them bounce off your shins and off your hips as you just are plowing through towards them. You're going to get a chance to attack here. What is your attack?
I'd like to use Spirit of the Fray, so I'm going to make 2 rage checks.
Okay.
That
That's a
allows you to
success.
attack multiple targets, I think.
And a fucking success. My check die loves me. So that would allow me to attack all 3 of them
That's correct.
with the same attack roll.
Ooh.
Thanks to being Glabro and having a good strength roll. This is gonna be a lot of dice.
Is it one roll for
One
all
roll
3?
for all of them.
One roll. And if I have any bonuses or modifiers, they're all applied.
I love
It's
that.
kind of amazing, but it is a rage check per thing.
I mean, still. I mean, it's
Plus,
Yeah.
also, if you fail the roll, then
it doesn't
roll against all of
anything.
So I'm thinking quickly text Apotheosis and To the Moon. Whoever gets here first is leader of Downstream.
Oh my god.
One Piece is fighting Neo. Oh,
We're in a fight.
That is
Whoever
a good
helps
question.
us
Are you
first.
calling for any reinforcements?
That is a great
That's a
question.
really good question.
I am fumbling for my phone while I'm also like
Like this, kind of ducking on my phone too.
I'll take that. Okay. I spent a willpower to reroll some dice just to get more successes on this because I want to plow them down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
oh,
What kind of attack was it?
Strength, but also in Glabro it would be claws,
Fists.
I guess.
Uh,
Fists, great.
Glabro don't have claws naturally.
Teeth or claws, great. Then yeah, fists.
long climb.
I'm picturing actually taking the two outer ones and trying to smash their heads against the center one, so that possibly
Three
could, like concuss all three of them.
Macris.
Yeah.
You race up, gunfire around you. You manage to twist away as they're being not quite scattered like 10 pins, but definitely all of them have to jump out of the way of the car and duck bullets as they're coming in. But that gives you the opportunity to reach out, and you feel a very satisfying crunch as all three of them take 5 superficial damage, which is going to be enough to knock them out.
Oh my god.
Macris.
Awoo! In victory, but also I'm gonna take that rage.
Yeah.
Feels good, bro.
Oh, I love.
You now no longer have any immediate threat. However, I will say that at the moment there are 3 assault rifles on the ground.
Yeah. If the car skids to a halt, or whatever,
Oh, sure.
Dante is jumping out of the car to
Get in, we're going killing.
Dante is availing himself of one for sure because he knows how to shoot. He's also sending 2 texts really quickly, so this is a very panicked, like holstering a gun, picking up another one. He is indeed actually texting to the moon and Apotheosis in that order.
That makes sense.
Any percents on the bridge. Now I don't actually know if that's true, but that's the assumption we're making right now.
Specifically to the moon first and then Apotheosis.
Yep.
Interesting that you say it that way.
Well,
And do you say the bridge or do you specify?
oh, that's thank you.
Because their bridge is
Because
not
they probably
the Champlain.
That's it. Yeah, the soldiers on the Champlain, we think it's any percent. And then get the fuck over here. Be GTFOH.
Okay. So the 3 of you are here. You're not currently in combat rounds.
So if Dante picks up one of the rifles,
Yeah. I'll toss you one if you want one.
no,
Oh,
Troyan's
okay.
gonna start breaking them.
You start floating the rifle over it, just
Yeah.
The fuck was that?
She wants to either stomp on them or pick them up and break them in half.
You can break them.
Okay.
Dante's like, no. I get one.
that's fine as long as it's in your hands.
With the same ferocity as she was smashing saplings the other day.
Nice one, Macros.
There's a
Come on.
lot of them in there. Are we good? There's a lot of them in there. We doing this?
There's a lot of us. There's backup on the way.
You don't know that.
I do. Think
Macris
so.
sets off towards the perimeter again.
So you're not going to hop back in the car with us, eh? Because you're...
No,
better
she's
off
at full rage.
foot.
There's only so much stopping to think and talk.
I love it. But Dante is going to... unless you're not...
Troyan rips the door off a car and uses it as a shield.
Oh my god. Dante,
Or
rifle up,
attempts to.
is racing after these 2 further onto the bridge.
As you start to approach and you get past the initial barrier with the 4 vans that are there, you see that there are 4 vans on the other side of the zone of engagement. There are 24 soldiers currently on the bridge, all of them scanning, trying to look for something that they cannot find, but that they know are there. But I think we'll end this session here.
It's 8 each.
Any
guys.
percent is just standing still, pissing his pants, invisible.
Hell, much like a week ago. Special skills.
Vision is based on movement. Yeah, exactly. One of these. Oh, shit.
Good grief.
Good grief is right.
Jesus.
Text and go. Oh, and that pen is probably dead. GG.
GG.
Thanks. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Bluey. And hell yeah, thanks, everyone.
I've been like tense like this ever since we got there.
It's
Let's
intense,
relax.
yeah.
Kate,
Yeah.
what'd you learn today?
Oh,
That when it matters, Macros can temporarily stop being a shit, but she sure likes to solve problems by being one.
yeah.
Elizabeth?
Cleaves the Lie is afraid of his leadership status.
Scott?
I learned that Apotheosis has some complicated feelings towards Dante. She specifically said she didn't, and then there was some we're not sure anymore.
I like how you have to like be like.
I just want to be clear that I heard you say that and that I don't believe it. That's all.
Kate, do you want to call someone's play out?
I'm gonna take the easy one, perhaps, but like the super duper ultra kudos on the backstory reveal. I think you did a really good job of setting the mood of where Troyan was feeling in before revealing it, and then also how she told the story.
Thank you. Whoosh. Ugh indeed.
Ugh, indeed.
I'm gonna say, Scott, how Dante was being like a bit of a shit to Apotheosis, but it was also like really grounded and felt like something that Dante would do, and it also felt like somebody who wasn't really sure where he stood but had a lot of frustrations, and that was how it came out. I just loved it.
Thanks.
You'll tell by my face if you watch it back that I'm like,
Oh,
was
I mean,
freaking
I
out.
could feel it, Liz. It was right there.
Yeah.
A bit of a
I'm
shit.
a bit of a shit.
I want to call out Kate. Very simply, Kate. I think it's awesome that Macros just like clumped some heads together today. It's a game of, we are murder machines, and we don't always get to murder machine, or we don't always choose to murder machine. It's really cool to see it happen. So, big play there, and I love it.
I got the first hit. Doesn't mean I'll be the only one.
That
There's
is-
24 other
I was gonna say,
daddies
I
down.
think we got some more problems coming our way.
God.
That's only 8 each. Yeah, we're fine.
Exactly. We're big.
Hopefully we get that backup.
And John, I just want to I want to call out not just the first half of the episode, but I really enjoy. I know we joke a lot about splitting the party and stuff, but I really enjoy getting to have one-on-one time and getting to see those one-on-one times with NPCs, getting to see them revealed, because like Cleaves the Lie said, he's not in the middle of talking to Troyan or Dante. He's talking to Macros, and that relationship is so clear. And I just really appreciate the way you painted 3 very individual relationships today.
Our 3 PCs are so different in how they approach social situations that a big bonus to splitting the party in this game is that you get those very unique interactions that you would never have gotten if the 3 of us were together.
Good point.
So that's
just
very fun.
because it's a different flavor of social interaction when we are together.
well, yeah. Can you imagine if Macros had been there for your talk with Apotheosis? How differently that would have gone?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Oh, you don't want to act on this? Great. How you doing?
Oh yeah, there you go. That's the one, Macros.
Hashtag Scoots or Kate and girlfriend coded.
Take a drink. Is it Scoots or Kate? All right. There you go.
Scoots.
Or Kate. Good times.
We will be starting the next session in media res.
Excuse me.
So I will just remind you of that
Okay.
as you consider what's coming up, what's about to happen to all of you.
Enjoy.
But we also have a week coming up.
We do.
So what the fuck is happening?
What the hell is happening? I normally stream on Tuesdays. I will not be streaming this Tuesday. However, I do have plans for special end of year streams, sort of special stuff, or beginning of next year stream, depending on what I can schedule. So please check the Discord. I'm going to be posting those events as soon as I have them locked in my calendar. And I really want to keep playing Homebody because it's a lot of fun. It's a little insane, but it's just not going to be Tuesday. So check in on that.
So it might be another day in the week.
Oh yes, correct. Yeah, just not tomorrow.
All right.
Also not Monday.
I'm also not streaming on Tuesday. However, we had clinic hours last week that ended up being on a Friday of all days, and that seemed to work out. Leading into, it wasn't quite leading into Punchy, although I suppose we could have.
It's a lot.
So we'll see if we can get another one of those arranged. Unfortunately, this week it's going to be one of those, like, just because there's going to be some bouncing around. We'll see what we can do to see if I can get one of my streams or clinic hours or both up. But we can.
Awesome.
In theory, there should be Punchy.
As always.
This whole week is a little bananas. And on Saturday, the plan is...
Yeah, is Doomed in the morning at 11-ish, and then
Drew Crew in the afternoon.
The finale.
Yes.
The
We'll finally get this book finished.
The Tahoeing, if you will. Yeah, that's Saturday. Which means that next Sunday...
We'll be back here for our last episode of 2023 of Werewolf Montreal by Moonlight. See what madness goes down on the bridge.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a bit of a break because Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve may not be the best days to stream. There will still probably be some RPG Clinic content, but it likely will not be Montreal by Moonlight. We'll wait until 2024 for that. Also, it will be the last day that we'll have a remote Kate.
Remote Kate!
Yeah, next session will be the last remote session.
Yay!
Yay!
Special thanks, of course, to Aragorn and Kung Fu Fenris for being here, being cool, being awesome. If you are listening to this still, probably it means that you enjoyed what you saw, so if you can, let somebody else know about this. It would be appreciated, because honestly, the way that when we're playing, when people are here live, or the comments on YouTube, or when people show up on the Discord, it's one of the big reasons why we do this. So we would love to see more of you. But for now, I'm going that way. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye!
Awoo.